What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's a little bit different. Today I'm going to show you how I would make $10,000 a month trading if I had to start over again today. Let's get into it. Number one, I would adjust my relationship with money, right? A lot of people can't hit certain goals in the market because they can't get away from their own perspective of what's a lot of money. It was not a lot of money, right? $10,000 a month, 20 to 22 trading days in a month. Let's call it 21. That's about $476 a day, right? Let's round up. Let's say we need to make $500 a day to hit our goal of $10,000 a month. Now, with that, the average American makes $130 to $140 a day. So with that understanding, you can see how $500 a day can seem like a lot. I mean, it is a lot of money. I mean, that's well over six figures, right? You need to make what, $274 a day to make six figures a year? So $500, I mean, that's double that. So that's good money, guys. That's good money. So we have to fix our perspective. We have to understand that, hey, 2-3 contracts of NQ, you can make $500 in like 5 seconds, right? With half a candle. It's not a lot of money in the market. So we have to go into the market understanding that, hey, my goal isn't that big. It's more than achievable, right? If you see that goal as really big, it will be harder to obtain because I feel like the closer you get to the goal, you start having maybe disbelief because your ceiling, you made a ceiling for yourself, right? That's why you have to have a different, if you're going to have trading goals, financial goals, you gotta adjust the mindset, right? So that's number one. Number two, learn before you earn, right? I'm not going to get into this whole tangent about my whole experience like I've talked about plenty of times, right? If you don't know, I learned by myself, lost a lot of money, then I made a lot of money because I figured it out eventually. Don't go that route. You don't need to, right? Go learn from somebody or something or whatever. Go learn, get the information, and then apply it. Don't go into it ignorant and then be like, oh wow, I lost a ton of money, now let me go learn. Don't do that. Just learn first. Number three, I would fund my own personal account, either $3,000 or $5,000, right? Or I would go get a prop firm account, probably, most likely, definitely with MyFundedFutures, because they have a 1-day pass, right? Literally pass on Monday, get funded by Tuesday, start trading. 14 days later, take your first withdrawal. It's beautiful. Or you go the personal account route, fund it, right? Use your own money. Some people don't like it. Some people prefer it because they can withdraw quicker, right? There's pros and cons to both. But what I will say, MyFundedFutures has something crazy dropping April 9th, because today is April 8th. It's actually going to be, it's solid, guys. Trust me, it is very solid. I've never led my my audience, astray. MyFundedFutures has something crazy dropping tomorrow. Be sure to check them out. April 9th. It's going to be really, really, really dope. But again, $3,000 to $5,000 with TradeOvate. You, with their margin requirements on a personal account, 2 to 3 contracts, absolutely beautiful, absolutely doable. No pattern day trading rule if you're coming from options. Super solid, great customer support. Most popular platform. You can link it with TradingView if you prefer to use TradingView. Or you can go the MyFundedFutures route and also do the same things. Now, to go into the actual trading, the first rules I would have would be, hey, I'm going to have consistent size no matter what. And I'm going to tell you why. $500 a day is too achievable in the market to do anything like gambling or taking any unnecessary risks. It's literally $500 a day, guys, is not that hard to do. I don't need to oversize or overtrade. We're talking about futures market, NQ, 2-3 contracts. You can do that. I promise you. You can. Now, the reason I'm advocating for consistent size is because let's say I size 2-3 contracts on a regular basis and I do it for a week, right? And during that week, I made my $500, let's say every single day, right? So let's do the math, guys. We had $500 times 5. What's that? $2,500. Now, let's say I'm feeling good. On Monday, I'm like, I'm sizing 8 contracts. I'm sizing 8 contracts, right? And on the same trade, on the same type play, everything, nothing's changing except for the size, right? You decided to go ahead and size in 8 contracts. It was a loss. We're not mad at losses. Losses aren't bad. But because it was 8 contracts, you lost $1,000. Because 8 contracts is a lot of contracts for NQ. Next thing you know, we are down to $1,500. We have given back $1,000, 2 days worth of gains based on we gave away Thursday and Friday, right, of the previous week because we decided to oversize, right? Now you're fighting these mental battles. Now you're living in regret. You may have FOMO. I don't know where you're at mentally, but that sucks. Size consistently, right? What we don't want to do, guys, is size 2-3 contracts. And let's say from a technical perspective, you know, on average, our losses were $250 to $300 per trade, right? We don't want to do that and then oversize and then lose $1,000 on that same trade. Consistency, guys. There's no need for home runs. Base hits, $500 a day. Boom, get it. We're talking. You will spend 8 hours to make the average American to make $140 a day, and you have the ability to make $500 in a minute or two. Hey, it's okay. Do that consistently for months before you decide to size up. Trust me, do that consistently for months before you decide to size up, and you will save yourself heartache, headache, regret, all of it. Now, from a trading perspective, again, I would be a scalper and I would trade futures, and I would probably focus my energy on NQ, ES, CL. Those would probably be my main three. I mean, you can go into YM or gold, but primarily I would just trade NQ. To be quite honest, I would just trade NQ, and I would develop a breakout strategy, a momentum strategy, something that involves quick movement, lots of volume, and you could be in and out in less than 2 minutes, right? Let me go and show you what I mean. So as you can see here, we have NQ, right? 5-minute chart. You can see we're in this really choppy range here, guys. Like when I say really choppy range. And I'm gonna go ahead and chart this really quick, so we are all in understanding. And we're so choppy. I actually want to go on a 15-minute just to take a look. Yeah, you can see, look how tight this range is, right? So with this, I don't want to trade inside the range. I want to trade either above the range or below the range. So depending on where we break out, it's going to determine where I decide to get in, right? So, right, I'm going to get my targets, right, just in case we break out, right, to the upside, and I'll get my targets to the downside just in case we break out to the downside, right? And pretty much what I'll do is, hey, I'll take this on the break of either side, right? And to manage this trade, right, I have my targets, but I also have the 9 EMA, which is in yellow, right? Which is in yellow. And on the 5-minute, if we were to, you know, really just hold the 9 EMA on, you know, either direction, then I would look to stay in the trade, right? So that's just my two things. So I have my technical levels at the 9 EMA to help manage the trade. So let's go ahead and see what we get here, right? So I'm going to, oh, so we're already dumping. Boom. Let's see what we get. Are we under level? Looks like we're under level, right? I'm gonna get in one contract. I'm gonna call that a starter position, right? Let's see what we get. Dude, 155 already, right? We're under level. I see that wick, but I do like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in one more contract. That's 2 contracts now, right? I'm gonna go 3 max, but 2 is a sweet spot, right? And let's see what we get. We're under the 9 EMA, right? Looks like we retest. We're down 325. For me, right? If we reclaim this level, then I'll get out this trade, right? We got to reclaim this level here, right? As you can see how important this level is. If we reclaim it, then I got to get out this trade, guys. But if not, then I'll stay in, right? Looks like we rejected the 9 EMA. You can see it right there. Let's go ahead and move on, right? We're still down right now, but drawdown's not bad, right? Don't have a nasty relationship with drawdown. It's okay as long as your risk is managed. Again, I don't have a technical stop. I don't have a mental stop or numerical stop. Like, oh, I'm not losing any more than this. Obviously, within reason, I'm not just going to hold a trade. But for me, if your technicals are right, then you shouldn't be in a position where you do lose an absurd amount of money on one trade. If your technicals are right and your size is right. So me being size 2 contracts, I'm good. Oh my goodness. Look at that move, right? So we held this trade because it was still valid. It was really a break and retest of the 9 EMA and of the zone, and we absolutely dumped. Oh my goodness. $785, guys. 2 contracts. 2 contracts. Now, I could either take some size off here because we did hit my price target 1, or I can hold it. For me, what I would do realistically is if we were to start retracing very hard, then I would get out the trade for sure because I'm not going to get back on my gains. Or in the other situation would be, hey, I'm going to see if we can break this. I'm going to see if I can hold it. And depending on everything, I'm going to definitely, use a 9 EMA as I said before. So let's see what else we have. So we look, Okay, so we did bounce off that level. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sell one contract. So I did lock in some profit here, and I'm gonna hold the rest. And meanwhile, guys, it has been we got in here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's been 30 minutes, right? We just sold for, we're up $292 right now. Guys, average American makes $140 less than this. It's a really amazing day for a lot of people. So let's go ahead and move on, right? So for me, I'm okay. I'm not gonna go red on this. So I'm gonna give it a chance. Hey, I'm either gonna sell at break even, or I will sell if we, break the 90 EMA to the upside and we just keep going, right? So those are my two scenarios, right? So boom, 90 EMA retest, right? That's where we're at right now. 90 EMA retest again, right? And we rejected it. Let's see, right? Okay, ooh, now we're testing the 90 EMA, but we're still good. We rejected the 90 EMA again, and it looks like we rejected again, guys. We rejected again. Now for me, I would have loved to re-enter below this level. Like I would have got back in, I would have sized in again, but let's just hold this one contract, right? Let's just hold it, right? And we're gonna use the 90 EMA in our price targets. Let's see, we tested the 90 EMA again, and it looks like we rejected it again. Look at that move. Oh my gosh, look at this move, boom. And then it looks like we broke it. So I'm gonna go and get out that one contract. And as you guys can see on the bottom right, we made $1,000 off this move, right? And it was very simple. Right? Broke under the chop. And guys, this wasn't even a scalp. You could have scalped it, obviously. But for me, I'll just tell you guys, just give you guys some insight on the strategy, right? And again, right, just a quick recap. We had two zones, right, in between a level that we don't want to trade in, and we broke below, right, hit our price target, managed risk properly. We also used a 90 EMA to our advantage, so we didn't get caught up and being afraid of any type of. Some people get afraid when they see green candles or candles that go against their position, which is no need to be afraid of that. But at the end of the day, guys, the most important part is really just being consistent with this. It's okay to take losses, manage your risk. At the end of the day, understand that $500 a day is very achievable. If I were to start over, this is what I would do. Prop firm, MyFundedFutures, personal account, $3,000 to $5,000, 2-3 contracts. Consistency, $500 is a great target to have for $10,000 a month. No home runs, right? I don't need to trade during news. I don't need to trade during big, crazy FOMC events or anything like that, right? Regular market conditions, regular setups, breakout strategies preferably. I would only usually trade between the hours of 9:30 a.m. Eastern time and 11 a.m. Eastern time. And that's it. And that's for me personally how I would go from 0 to 10K a month again. Now, in that, I did, negate a lot of the learning aspect. The learning aspect takes time, but this is what I would do knowing what I know now. Like if I lost it all today, right? Obviously, I had to get a job to support myself, get a prop firm account, get my $500 a day, do that consistently for months, right? And then use my trading income to take care of my cost of living. And then after I, obviously have a certain level of consistency, maybe I could leave the day job, right? Or use my trading profits to invest in something passive that will replace my cost of living expenses. That way I could trade full time while I have other passive income covering what I actually need to survive, right? So that's what I would do. It's very possible, guys. $500 a day. You don't need to make $1 million to make a very great income from trading, right? Don't let social media make you feel like your gains aren't good enough. $200, $500 a day is good work. Great job. Okay. I will see you guys in the next video. My Funded Futures link will be in the description. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.